Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got new flashback event content from the NHL 94 event that's happening. We also got one of the biggest prime times we'll probably ever get this whole year that we have to discuss as well, because it is an endgame card and one of the most sought after ones as of now. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I stream every single day. The current streak is at like 118 days straight. Starting at noon Eastern time every single day. If you want to catch me live, Twitch link is down below. And lastly, guys, you want the best coffee in the world? Go get it. Kings Coast Coffee, 10% off using code NOSLEEVES. All right, let's get into the video. All right, we'll start with the new event content. We got the 85 Ty Domi with 1 to Balance, 1 to Gladiator. Now, I believe not last year, but the year before, Ty Domi was actually a really usable card early on in the game because he had like 90 speed. This just ain't it. He's 5'10". While he's got good body checking, there's just really no reason to go after this card. He's got 80 speed. So unless you're you know, this is a Winnipeg Jet version, but unless you're a Leafs fan, really, there's just really no need to have this card. It's just not going to do you any good. So if you packed him, I would sell him immediately. Following him, we've got the 86 Jake Gardiner, 6'2", 203. Good size with spark and shutdown. This isn't a bad card by any means. It's 6'2" with 93 body checking. That's definitely usable. His shot under 90, which is a little rough at this stage of the game because goalie, you know, the goalie overalls are getting higher and higher. And his speed is only 86. So with distributor, he gets to 89, which isn't going to kill you. But this could be a cheap alternate option for anyone looking to activate the spark synergy. And again, 2 to shutdown. Shutdown is on a lot of cards nowadays, just because, again, they kind of shied away from having the elite cards get, you know, howitzer and speedster. So a lot of them got shut down. So 2 to 1 player synergy is always going to be valuable because it's very easy to activate. So just keep that in mind, but not a bad card at all, the 86 Jake Gardiner. Moving on, we've got the 86 Andrew CASSELS, 6'1", with 1 to Heart and Soul, 2 to Thief. I guess if you had Thief on, that would be, you know, a valuable fourth liner. He's very, very slow, and his body checking is pretty low, even if he is 6'1". That being said, obviously has value with that 92 face-off rating. And again, centers don't need to be all that fast. So definitely has some value on lower-end teams. And again, to activate that Thief synergy, super important. If you have the, let's say, the 93 Crosby, if you can get Thief on that card, you have a 99 overall center. So a nice card to pair with if this goes on your fourth line. Next, we've got the 87 John Marino with 1 to Balance, 2 to Wingman. In my opinion, just a little too slow. Doesn't offer enough. You know, with his synergy combo up to 6, he's only 6'1". Speed would only be a max out at 87, so it's not like he's gigantic and going to be able to deny zone entry super easily. So this one would be a pass for me if you did pack John Marino. Then we've got the 87 6'3" Ally of Freddy. This guy is an absolute beast. The tough part is that, you know, obviously he's very slow at 6'3". I started today messing around on my Xbox team, my free-to-play team, with just having guys that have really high slap shot rating and, you know, speed that's low, but they're big, and playing really slow. If you play that, like, time of possession, you know, that kind of style, then this is really going to help you out. I mean, you know, this is a card that could actually be useful for you. If you can get Barrage activated, I mean, even without it, he's got 99 slapshot power. That's useful. Combine the fact that he's 6'3" and his 91 body checking. Like, he's going to be able to deny zone entry quite well. And, you know, he can get up to 86 speed, which is still very, very low. But nonetheless, it can have usefulness to certain type of players. Then we've got the 87 Connor Hellebuck. And this card is actually, you know, not a bad goaltender in terms of stats. But now we're getting into that point where Barrage is, you know, on, you know, the potential to be activated as well. 2 to Barrage, 1 to Distributor is a phenomenal combination because, you know, again, getting that Barrage synergy activated, like if you have Vasilevsky, this really helps out. Outside of that, I'm not a huge fan of it because he is still capped in shot recovery, 5-hole, agility, speed because he is 6'4". But outside of that, the synergy combo, very, very good. It's just I wouldn't pay an absolute ton if he's not going to start for you. Then we've got the 87 Josh Anderson, 6'3" with Spark and 2 to Magician. Again, very slow, like 87 speed on a winger. That I still don't know if I'd recommend. Like, that's awfully low. However, he does come with Spark, so if you get that activated on top of Distributor, it's not awful. But even his shot isn't anything crazy. This is a phenomenal defensive card, like in your own zone. But again, wings are just not as important defensively than, you know, centermen and defensemen. So You know, I'm not a huge fan of Magician either, although this does kind of help this card out specifically because it actually, you know, bumps his, you know, handling up quite a bit. But if I got this card, I would probably sell him. Then we've got the 88 John LeClair with 1 to Spark and 2 to Speedster, which does make him a bit interesting because he can get up to 90 speed. His wrist shot power is 96. 897 body checking. Like, if you're going to have a defensive centerman, this would be far better than the 6'3" Josh Anderson. Like, I would much rather have this John LeClair than the Anderson card. You know, his dynamic duo card was useful at a time. He will play very slow. But again, that 96 to wrist shot and 2 to speedster is key. And then if you have distributor and spark on him, then, you know, obviously that makes him useful in that sense. It's not a complete mess, but yeah, an all around really good card. Then we've got the 89 Larry Murphy, 6'2" with Swarm and Howitzer. And before you ask, no, there is no set to upgrade the team build Larry Murphy, which is kind of a letdown because I have that card and I would love to upgrade to the 89. It just does not look like it is going to happen, or at least in the plans just yet. So 90 speed before distributor gets him to 93. This is a really good right-handed defenseman card. 6'2", great defensively. His body checking is low, but again, because he is 6'2", it makes up for it a little bit. Stick checking, defensive awareness are perfect. And his shot, 92 power, 93 accuracy. Well done. Yeah, like, you wouldn't be disappointed with this right-handed defenseman. And again, this is going to be in that range of like below the Drew Doughty master set item, but like above, you know, any of the 87s or 86s that you're looking at. Then we've got the 89 Sean Monahan. And man, the Sean Monahan cards are just slow. I'm not sure if he's famously slow in real life. I'm really not aware, but Workhorse and Swarm, that's great for his acceleration and his agility, but only 88 speed, and his shot's around 90. I think, you know, the combo is nice because Workhorse is an important synergy, but so many cards have Workhorse. You combine that with the fact that Swarm is probably the third. You can argue that Barrage is now more important than in team-based synergies, but yeah, just I wouldn't pay what this card is going to go for, honestly. I'm curious to see what it's on the market for right now. If it's like over around 200, there's no way. Oh, 132. Okay. Low 100s isn't bad. That's not bad. Then we've got the 89 Evgeny Kuznetsov, 6'1" with Swarm and Light the Lamp. Very good speed. Before any team-based synergy, he's got 91, so he's going to touch 94 and 95 on speed and acceleration. His wrist shot accuracy is almost maxed if you get Light the Lamp activated, and if you have the Wayne Gretzky 91, you have Light the Lamp activated. Defensively, 92 stick checking, 91 defensive awareness. He's very rough in his own zone with only 79 body checking, but again, a winger, you don't really need to focus on that, so just an all-around very, very good card. This is like the Taylor Hall franchise greats or the 90 Nikita Kucherov. Very around the same, but just better synergies, in my opinion. And then lastly, we've got the 91 Theo Fleury with distributor and Light the Lamp. This is very small. However, he comes with 92 body checking. I'm always so curious to see how this card plays. You know, obviously distributor has value. He can get almost to max agility and acceleration. His shot is above 90, except for his slap shot accuracy. Body checking is great. Stick checking, defensive awareness is great, but you know, he's very, very small, 5'6". That's extremely small, but there is definitely a place for him in this game. I would just be curious if anyone that uses him, what he feels like, because it's a very, very odd mix for sure. All right, now let's go over some of the prime times as we've got the 92 Alex Ovechkin, 6'3", 238 with Light the Lamp and Wingman. Now we're getting into a usable Alex Ovechkin cards. He's been brutal this year, in my opinion, just the way that he plays. It feels awful. You get Distributor on this card plus Spark and Swarm, and you're in real business. He's got max, he's got max shot. This is basically the 92 Line A, so there's no issues with this at all. This would be a really, really good card to activate. As long as you have Wingman, you want that acceleration to be as high as possible, but a really, really good card, no doubt. Moving on, we got the 93 Victor Hedman, who's an absolute force. Like, this is a phenomenal card. Even though he's got two synergies that you just wouldn't look to activate, 90 speed with Distributor, 90 acceleration with Spark, and then, his shot is even without synergies, 96 power, 89 accuracy, defensive awareness and stick checking are maxed, body checking is maxed. If you can't get the Team of the Year one, this is a phenomenal card. Like, just a great all-around defenseman card, and he denies zone entries super easily in his own zone. He's a force. Just a really, really good card. So, yes, that does mean that he bumps up, he does bump up his Team of the Year. So, anyone that has his Team of the Year is now matching that with Spark and Shutdown, which I have. I have this Victor Hedman card, and, obviously just makes one of the best left-handed defensemen that much better. And then, finally, we got to talk about this. So, the 94 Connor McDavid with 1 to Barrage, 1 to Howitzer. This is an endgame card. There is no need to have another Connor McDavid card at any point in the year because he's already got 99 agility and agility and speed before any team-based synergy. You combine that with the fact that he's got, 96 acceleration. So if you have Spark, that's 99. And his shot with Howitzer is 96 across the board with wrist shot accuracy at 98. His hand stats, 99 before you touch him. Defensive awareness and stick checking at 96 and 93. The only knock is that his body checking is a little low. But if you have Spark, that just bumps that up. So, this card is going to cost an awful ton. But when new Connor McDavid cards come out, there's no reason to go after that card, even if their synergies are overpowered. This is a great card, and this is the end game. This is an end game card. You could have him on your team the rest of the year. Phenomenal card. The last thing I do want to mention is that people are going to be like, well, how did he get a 94 and Draisaitl didn't? For anyone that is a Draisaitl Team of the Year player, read the banner. This covers Friday and Saturday's games. It does not include Sunday. So Draisaitl with his 6-point effort on Sunday, I can guarantee you will get a prime time, which means that he will get bumped up to at least 94. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, that is going to do it for today's content. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.